You'll spend $40 on a gift for someone you barely talk to anymore. But your own shoes have a hole in them and you keep telling yourself they're still fine. This isn't frugality. Frugal people save on everything, equally. You don't. You save on exactly one person, yourself. And there's a very specific reason your brain decided you're the one item in the budget that doesn't matter. Let's make this specific. Scene 1. Your phone screen has been cracked for 8 months. You've had the money to fix it more than once. Every time, something more important comes up, and somehow it's never actually more urgent, just easier to justify. Scene 2. A friend mentions they're struggling this month. You send $50 without thinking twice, without checking your own balance first. Later that same week, you need new glasses. You wait until next paycheck. You always wait until next paycheck. Scene 3. You're in pain. A dentist appointment, a doctor's visit, physical therapy you've been putting off for a year. You tell yourself it's not that bad yet. Meanwhile, you paid full price, no hesitation, for your partner's car repair. Scene 4. You finally buy something just for yourself. Nothing extravagant, just a genuinely nice meal, a haircut, a small comfort. And instead of enjoying it, you feel a small, sharp guilt. Like you did something wrong. Like you took money that wasn't yours to take. Here's the strange part. You're not bad with money. You track every dollar. You just quietly keep deciding, without ever saying it out loud, that your own comfort is the one expense you're allowed to skip. But this isn't about money. Not really. Somewhere, a long time before your first paycheck, you learned a rule, and it wasn't written down anywhere, but it became law. Other people's needs are real. Yours are optional. Maybe you grew up watching a parent give everything to everyone else and nothing to themselves, and you absorbed it as what love looks like. Or maybe you were the child who had to be easy, the one who didn't ask for things, because asking felt like a burden on a household that was already stretched thin. And somewhere along the way, directly or indirectly, you were taught that wanting things for yourself was a little bit selfish. Whatever the exact origin, what you're left with is this. Your nervous system now treats spending on other people as safe, expected, even virtuous, and spending on yourself as a risk. A tiny, almost invisible risk, but one your brain flags every single time. And there's something deeper underneath that. Because being the one who needs nothing, it's not just a habit. For a lot of people, it became an identity. I'm the low-maintenance one. I don't need much. It sounds humble. It's actually a defense. There are 5 specific patterns that show up almost every time. See how many you recognize. Pattern 1. The earned worth hierarchy. Somewhere along the way, you started ranking need itself. A friend's problem is automatically more real than yours. Your own discomfort gets silently downgraded to "I'll manage." You're not deciding based on cost. You're deciding based on who you believe is allowed to need help, and you rarely put yourself on that list. Pattern 2. Trading time instead of money. Instead of paying for the small convenience, the taxi when you're exhausted, the delivery when you're sick, you choose the harder, cheaper, more draining option every time. Not because you can't afford the easier one. Because spending on your own comfort still feels like it needs to be earned through suffering first. Pattern 3. Living with things that are already broken. The cracked phone. The shoes with a hole. The chair that hurts your back. You don't lack the money to replace them. You lack the internal permission. Somewhere, keeping things broken became a quiet, almost unconscious form of punishment for something you were never actually guilty of. Pattern 4. The fear of being high maintenance. You built your entire identity around needing nothing. It got you praised. So easygoing, so low-key. But that identity has a hidden cost. Every time you do need something, a part of you panics that asking will expose you as someone you've spent years pretending not to be. Pattern 5. Overcompensating through other people. The more you deny yourself, the more generous you become toward everyone else, almost compulsively. It's not pure kindness, it's proof. Proof that you're still a good person, still worth keeping around, in a mind that quietly believes your own needs make you less lovable, not more. Here's the part that matters. This isn't selflessness. It was never really weakness either. It's a survival strategy. At some point, making yourself the cheapest line item in the budget felt safer than risking being too much. Your brain wasn't wrong to build that strategy. It was protecting something. But a strategy built for a situation you're no longer in doesn't need to keep running forever. And you don't need a total personality overhaul to shift it. 2 small things this week. First, fix the one broken thing you've been ignoring. Not because it's expensive, because letting it stay broken is the habit, not the object itself. Replace it and notice what comes up. Second, the next time someone asks for money and you say yes instantly, pause for 5 seconds first. Just 5 seconds where you check in with your own balance, financial and otherwise, before you answer. Not to say no. Just to remember you're allowed to check. But there's one habit connected to this that's even harder to spot. The moment you actually get money for yourself and find a reason to give most of it away within days. That one's next.